Well, it takes away from your time spent on your core business when you spend time chasing the details on payroll. The budget for payroll check distribution can be pretty astronomical when you consider the cost of printing checks. You have to buy the check stock, you have to buy the ink, you have to send the check in some fashion to your employees, whether that's hand delivery, which includes time from your staff to distribute it, or if you mail the checks, then you have postage. The other costs that you may not think about are replacing checks that are lost. Normally a payroll processor will help you with that process of replacing rather than you taking time out of your day to keep up with those that need to have checks replaced. Well, one of the primary ways employees can steal money is through payroll. There have been cases of known collusion between a payroll clerk and another employee. They can set up a ghost employee, have payroll checks cut by the payroll clerk, have them signed by the president who doesn't even know that that's a ghost employee, and away they go sharing the money. That's one way fraud occurs, and another is simply the stealing of the routing number and account number from your payroll check. What we would recommend as payroll processor is that you establish either a pay card or a direct deposit system so that the employee does not ever see your account number and routing number of your bank, so they are unable to commit fraud on your payroll account. Well, most restaurants don't have the type of payroll systems that an outside firm like Mize Hauser would have. We have a portal that we allow 24/7 access for the employee, and we have a couple of different websites where the employer can get on and pull management reports and see their payroll reports at any given time during the day or night. So the internal processes of a single restaurant, they would not have that type of information normally available. A lot of them are still paper-based. So many restaurant owners now manage their businesses remotely, and so having the computer access through a website at any time of the day or night allows them flexibility in their schedule. They can spend time during the day running their restaurant and time at night looking at the reports and management reports. Payroll processors can offer pay cards and direct deposit, as well as employee portals, which allow the employee to sign on anywhere they are to look at their pay stubs. They can also get their W-2s on that portal. So the cost of processing a payroll has gone down because now you've eliminated a lot of paper. Some states do still require that you give them a paper pay stub, and that is still done through this type of processing. But the cost of printing those checks and actually making sure that they cash that check, there's a pretty good cost just to that piece of it alone. Because if you don't cash your check, then it eventually gets reported as unclaimed property to the state. The Affordable Care Act has been one of the most complicated pieces of legislation in modern history. It not only expects the employer to be an expert in the thousands of pages of law, but payroll companies have to be compliant with the type of information that is required to be reported to the IRS at year end. Not only that, but restaurants have to be HR experts now. They have to understand whether their employee is going to be part-time or full-time. They have to understand whether or not whether they're required to offer them insurance, and they have to do that all in a timely manner.